Hi everybody, it's Deborah from peoplelovinganimals.com. Thanks so much for watching my video today. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to calm a hyper dog. If you have a dog who is hyperactive, it might be just annoying where the dog is hyper all the time, they're overexcited all the time. Then it can become a problem if your dog is doing things like jumping up on your house guests or jumping on kids, like that sort of thing. It can become embarrassing as well if you're having a hard time controlling your dog. But it can also become very, very serious and very dangerous if your dog's hyperactivity is bordering on fear or anxiety, or if it's causing them to be destructive. Okay, so regardless of what level of hyperactivity you're dealing with your dog, I'm going to give you some help in today's video on how to solve it. I'm going to give you access to three helpful resources for dealing with a hyperactive dog. The first one is a inexpensive, easy to follow dog training program called the Dog Calming Code. I'm going to tell you about it briefly in the video, but I'll give you a link in the description box. You can check it out. You can check it out yourself. Also, I'm going to be telling you about a free tutorial that goes over 5 methods that you can use to help a dog who's dealing with anxiety, if that's why they're hyperactive. I'm also going to give you a free tutorial with tips on how to deal with a dog who is high energy. Okay, so maybe they're not actually suffering from hyperactivity or anxiety or fear. They're just plain high energy. And what do you do with that dog, right? So I appreciate so much that you're watching today's video. If you've been here before, you know my name is Deborah. I own a website called peoplelovinganimals.com, and several times a month I do videos all about the care and health and training of dogs and cats. So if that is something that you would like to have continued help with, please go ahead and subscribe if you're not already. Please go ahead and share the channel with your friends or family who have a dog or a cat, especially if they're having a problem with their pet, because I could very well have a video on the channel that will help them. And I'm also going to ask you, if today's video is helpful, please give it a like. It really does help YouTubers when you do that. Now, I'm going to give you a link in the description box to this article on my website called How to Calm a Hyper Dog. This is going to have all the information in it. It's going to have all the links in it, and I'll give you links in the description box as well. So we're not going to read this whole article. I'm just going to use this to guide me through today's video so I don't keep you for 45 minutes. Now, like we talked about, having a hyperactive dog can be anywhere from just annoying to downright serious. The first recommendation I'm going to make for you, and this is especially if this hyperactivity is serious, or if you think it might be fear, or if you think your dog is suffering from anxiety, and if it's kind of a serious issue, I'm going to give you a link to the Dog Calming Code. This is a 5-step training from professional dog trainer Doggy Dan. He owns the website, theonlinedogtrainer.com. If you've been here before, not only have you heard me talk about Doggy Dan, you're probably sick of me talking about Doggy Dan, but I always recommend his dog training because it's kind and it's effective and it's inexpensive, and you can do it online at home without having to hire a dog trainer to come to your house. But I'm going to give you the link for this post. You're going to be able to read about the Dog Calming Code. You're going to be able to go into the Dog Calming Code and check it out. Believe me, Doggy Dan's explanation of how this works is much better than mine, so I'm going to encourage you to go ahead and use the link to read this post to get information, and then go right to the Dog Calming Code link to find out why this works. Basically, the Dog Calming Code teaches you how to communicate with your dog in a way that the dog can actually understand. And it teaches you how to train your dog in a way that is instinctive to dogs. So, long story short, it teaches you how to think like a dog instead of thinking like a human. You know, we always try to get our dogs to understand like we would another person or a child, and they aren't people. They don't think that way. So it's just really beneficial to learn that, whether you're dealing with hyperactivity or any dog behavior issue. I'm also going to give you this tutorial for helping your dog with anxiety. Now, this tutorial was created by Doggy Dan specifically for rescue dogs. He has a whole series on his website about doing training with rescue dogs because, you know, sadly, rescue dogs, they can often come from a bad situation. Sometimes they've had abuse or neglect in their past, and, you know, they can have some training and behavioral issues. So he did a whole series about rescue dogs, but the tips that he gives for helping a rescue dog overcome anxiety obviously would be helpful for any dog to overcome anxiety. So if you feel like this hyperactivity is like, oh my God, the dog is anxious all the time, that tutorial might help you, and it is free and it's very thorough. I'm also going to give you, like I said, this tutorial, how to settle a dog who's always busy. And this is the one, like I said, if your dog is just high energy and you're just, you know, they're crazy all the time. What do you do with a dog like that? Now, it could be an adult, older dog, or it could be a puppy, or it could be a young dog. Whenever I think of like super high energy dogs, for some reason I think of a boxer. I don't know, like every boxer I've ever met, they're like bouncing off the walls. You know, they're a beautiful dog, they're a good dog, they're a very trainable dog, they're a very intelligent dog, but I've just found them to be like crazy. But anyway, regardless of the breed of your dog, just doing a tutorial about a high energy dog is going to help you. Now, give me just a couple more minutes if you would, please. If you don't know who Doggy Dan is, he's a professional dog trainer and a dog behavioral specialist. He has a dog training website called theonlinedogtrainer.com. He has a $1 3-day trial where you can go into his website and watch over 300 videos. He's got 300 videos on the website where you get to watch him dealing with, actually working with dogs and their families on virtually any issue that you can think of. So if you would rather watch that sort of a thing instead of, you know, going through a dog training program and trying to learn things, you might enjoy that website because you can search for whatever issue you're having and you can see Doggy Dan actually working with dogs. He gives a $1 3-day trial. I'm going to give you the link for that. For 3 days, you can go in there and check out everything. And then if you decide to continue, you can get a membership to Doggy Dan's website for $37 a month. And so you can be there for 30 days or you can be there for 6 months, however long you need for whatever problems you happen to be having. I always tell people, if you've got a puppy, get the 6-month membership because he gives you a deal if you get 6 months or a year. And if you got a puppy, you're going to need the 6 months. You're going to need all his potty training. You're going to need how to stop your puppy from biting, how to leash train your puppy, all those things. So if you do happen to have a puppy, I do recommend the 6-month membership to Doggy Dan. A couple more things. If you've not been here before, you don't know, I donate to animal charities. I do peoplelovinganimals.com as my job, and I earn a small commission on some, not all, of the products and services that I recommend in my YouTube videos and also on my website, and I donate 10% of those commissions to animal charities. I'm going to give you a link. You can go to the homepage of my website to see a list of the animal charities that I donate to. So again, I'm going to give you a link to this article in the description box. I'm going to give you a link to everything that we just talked about in the description box. So again, if this video was helpful, please go ahead and give it a like. I would love it if you would come back and comment and let me know what you thought of these tutorials. And if you try the dog calming code, I would love it if you would come back and leave your review so that other people watching this video in the future can get your real live review of what you thought of it. Okay, and as always, if you have ideas that have been successful for you on dealing with a hyperactive dog, please go ahead and share them in the comment section so that we can all kind of help each other and we can help people who are coming along in the future watching this video. So again, thank you so much for watching. I hope the information helps, and please don't give up on your dog. Please don't give up on your dog. You can train the dog. You can get this under control, okay? So again, my name is Deborah, and my website is peoplelovinganimals.com. Thanks again for watching. Bye-bye.